for far too long. And if you have any idea of what I'm talking about, just my hands, you will be just as excited as I am, especially if you saw the very beginning of this video, because you will see that in the mail today came what I have been waiting for far too long, and that is bam, the Final Fantasy starter decks from Magic the Gathering. I was so hyped when this first came out and showed on the internet because of who else? Cloud Strife and Sephiroth. I could not pass this up, and I am so grateful that my wife actually allowed me to be able to get this, because I wanted to see what exactly was in here and how, whoops, sorry about that, and how exactly some of these cards played, because you've got some really different items in here for some very different outcomes, it seems like. So we're about to do what I am very, I don't know if I should do that, but I really want to play with them because, yeah. Here we go. The actual unboxing. Because why else would you buy something if you didn't want to play with it? I don't just buy things to sit them on a shelf to go, oh wow, look, that looks pretty. Hi, how's it going? Black Paws Dragon. That is an awesome name. That is a very cool name. I like that. So, we have got... Dude! That is awesome! Hi, how's it going? Nolan and MXN. What is up, you two? Check that out. That is absolutely awesome for the boxes. That is so cool. Yes, definitely. What's up from South Africa? Wow. Never played Magic the Gathering, but I always wanted to get into it. It is really fun. You finally got to 200 subscribers. Awesome job. Do a flip. Okay. Does that count? Always kind of broke. So, you actually can pick up some of the decks kind of cheap, honestly. Like you can buy, if you look on Amazon, you can buy starter decks for like $20. Cloud looks like Leon Kennedy. Oh my gosh, I never thought about that. That is crazy you say that. That is actually really funny. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. And we have the book. Here's how to play. Got it. I wonder if there's anything new or anything. Reference cards, 2 reference cards. 4 double-sided tokens. That's cool. But no, seriously, you can also it depends on what format you want to play. If you want to play like the regular original style game, it's like 60 card decks. You can find those for $10 a deck sometimes on Amazon that people will pre-build, and you can get some pretty decent decks for, like I said, about 10-20 bucks. Then if you want to play the newer format, which is Commander, you can find some of those decks for, I don't know, $30-40, and they're still really awesome decks. And I kind of like playing Commander because when you play Commander, it's a little bit harder, if you ask me. That is so awesome. Um it's a little bit harder because you can only have one copy of a card. Am I related to Mike Tyson? I'm assuming you're not talking to me directly. Maybe you are. I don't know. Um, I gotta find the. There we go. Ha ha ha. Careful. Careful. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Ha ha ha. Card sleeves. Because I have sleeved. I don't care if it's common. I don't care if it's $1,000 card. I will sleeve everything the best I can. The reason for that is because I don't want to ruin the cards of any kind. Moogle! They've got Moogles! Check it! I love it! They've got Moogles! Flying. When a creature enters, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Nice. I like that. Oh, it's even got the Final Fantasy like logo on there. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that right there by my thumb, that is neat. I love that. That is so cool. But yeah, but I like playing Commander because it is a little bit harder and you find new uses for cards that maybe you didn't think were as good as you thought they were, or I don't know, maybe it's just the style of format or something. I don't know. I love it. Look at that. That is so cool. Love it. Vigilance. Doesn't cause this creature to tap when attacking. Why? Because he's just really good at blocking. Um, Man, this is awesome. I love this. I thought this was supposed to have... Ah, there it is. Arena card? Free to play, standard, draft, sealed, and more. Yay. I love playing Magic. I don't know if you guys have ever played Magic the Gathering, the arena, like on your phone or anything like that. But it's actually pretty interesting to play like that. I don't know what it is about it, but it is very, very fun. I like playing online. Although I definitely prefer the handheld cards much better, but I still love the online arena. Oh, let's see. Trash, trash, trash. Where am I going to put the trash? In a trash can. I know. So where are y'all watching from? Like, what brought you to watching this? Did you guys, like, see it and go, Final Fantasy? Or were you just, like, scrolling through, like, what is this dude doing? Come on, open up! Try to be as careful as possible so I don't ruin the cards. There we go. Shahagan. Sahagan. I don't know. All right, we're going to put this like that. Ooh, those were sliding away too much. All right, so let's get these sleeved real quick. I say quick, and it's not quick. All right, we'll put Sephiroth's deck right there. And get these done up. And yes, I do plan on doing at least a couple hands for each of the decks because I want to see how they play out. And like I said, I don't know if you guys know much about like Magic the Gathering and all or not. So I'm gonna ramble on a little bit. You are allowed in the standard format, like what I'm going through right now. You see that there's more than one of each card on some of these. And that is very, very common because you are allowed to have up to 4 copies depending on what card it is. So with that little bit of knowledge, it like if you find a really, really good card that you really want to play like a lot of or play frequently or want to draw frequently, you probably want at least like 2 or 3 copies of that card in your deck. Ooh, Undercity Dire Rat. I've never seen him before, but the Dire Rats, though, if I remember right, they used to be a 2-cost, just like this is. See, it's got. Oh, come on. There we go. Focused. One of any color and then one black you have to have in order to play it. And it says Rat Tail. When this creature dies, create a treasure token. Oh, that's cool. To sacrifice that and add 1 mana of any color. That's actually a pretty cool little thing. The regular Dire Rats, the original, not the Undercity, what it was is for 2, when they died, they, crap, now I'm trying to remember. There were ones that, it would come back to your hand, or for like 1 cost, you could regenerate them, so you could use them like for an infinite blocker. It was really, really nice having those in your deck, especially when you played a black deck. Destroy target creature, you gain 2 life. That's actually not bad. Check that out. Look at that picture. I love... This is one of the things that really got me into Magic the Gathering, were the pictures, because they look so cool, and the artwork was always just so amazing. I loved it. And still do, as you can tell. What is this? Shambling. I don't know how to pronounce that. Check this out. Shambling Scythe. Scythe. I don't know. This creature enters tapped. When you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 1. If you do, return this card from the graveyard to your hand. Ooh. Nice. Even if it comes into play tapped, that would still be really nice to have. So that way you wouldn't have to worry too much about him dying, because for real, as long as you play a spell that's not creature, you can bring it back for 1. So you wouldn't have to worry about blocking him too much. Now, I don't know how well that would work in a green deck, because when it comes to green decks, most of them have trample. Some red cards have trample. Trying to think. What? Okay, that's awesome. This is called Overkill. If you know anything about Final Fantasy, there are things called limit breaks. Limit break allows your character to go over 9,999 damage. The fact that they have this card in here is amazingly, hilariously awesome. That is so cool. So that means the defense of the creature is always going to be 0. Unless you come up with some kind of infinite whatever, their creature's done for. That is awesome. That would be interesting. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That would actually be really, really awesome for commander decks, or a planeswalker deck. That would be it'd be a really neat one to throw in there. Let's see. Trino, the Dark City. Ooh. It may enter tapped, but at least it grants you one or the other. So I'm kind of cool with that. And that actually looks really neat. I like that picture. I honestly figured they would do something, since it was, well, Final Fantasy VII based. I honestly thought they would probably end up doing, oh my gosh, more with Midgar. Like the actual Midgar pictures. Ooh, wow. Look at these lands. That is awesome. Dude. I love these pictures. Check it out. Man, that is so neat. Now we're just going to go into repetitiveness. And I say that because that's just what they do. Like, they come up with like 4 or 5 decent pictures for like the lands, and then they just go, haha, copy, 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 paste, copy, copy, paste, paste, copy, paste. Sorry, it's getting later at night, so my whole brain's just like, Ooh. Check out that swamp dragon. That's neat. That is neat. Oh, I can't wait to get into Cloud's deck. That looks like an underground cavern, of course. Dude. I am so hyped about this. This is a shipwreck. Like a ship graveyard type thing. Oh, man. Oh, I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy about this. All right, let's get the rest of these done up. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, because that's the only way you guys can keep up with all the new videos that I post and trying to figure out maybe different secrets or whatever towards different video games. I don't know if you guys have seen, but like one of the more popular ones that I just posted recently was it's a game called Rollin' Bones, and it's a dice game that was made by Jack's Pacific, like almost 20 years ago, and I would have never known that game existed. Sweet. That looks awesome. Check out. And that's on the opposite side of Treasure. The Robot Warrior. Aw, really? I'm just a copy. Oh, that's cool. Check that out. On your turn, this is how you play. That's neat. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that's cool. And then it even gives you like examples of how to do your stuff. That's neat. Like, I can't even lie. That's actually really, really awesome. Okay, so we have that. We have this. We have that. We have this. Learn to play Magic. Okay, so if you want to screenshot that, or you can go to magic.com. I don't know if that's really the website or not. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there we go. MTGarena.com. So that way you guys can check it out if you want to play for free. I know for a fact you can play for free. And they're constantly giving away packs. The more you play, the more you win, the more kind of stuff you can get with whatever you're doing. It really is a blast. It really is a blast. All right, so that's one deck. Okay, now I just put all these in here. I'm going to tell you right now, they are not going to fit. They're not going to fit in the box. See? And why? Because they just want to make them look cool, blah, blah, blah. But I'm still keeping the box because the box is cool. All right, let's set that one out of the way. I gotta move my foot. It is completely asleep now. My foot is 100% numb. All right, now for Cloud's deck. So I don't know if you guys ever watch the comedy stuff online, especially on YouTube, but there's comedy series all over YouTube, and one of one of the funniest ones is the Final Fantasy VII Abridged. And I want to say it's Team 4-Star that did it. And it is hilarious. Like, I absolutely love watching their stuff. Another one is called Something Witty Entertainment. Those guys are another extremely funny group. I'm not playing. Look at this. I thought I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. Right there. It's like a pack of cigarettes. And no, I don't smoke. I can't believe I completely spaced out about that. Because they do. They've got the little cellophane puller wrap thing or whatever you want to call it. Oh, okay. My foot is finally starting to wake up. Ah, the tingling. Oh, all right. Oh, man. I hate it when that happens. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The Moogle. It makes me want to, like, buy a genetics lab in order to try and see if I can, like, genetically enhance, rebuild, and reboot a bat mixed with a cat. It would be awesome. They got them. No. What I'm about to show you is for real one of the animals. Final Fantasy X. If you ever played Final Fantasy X, check it out. It's the Coral. That cat, you would fight them at the very beginning, which they were easier to kill. When you got to when you started getting towards like 3/4 of the way through Final Fantasy X, you would fight these things and they would have like 1,000,000 hit points or something like that. Like, it was nuts. Dude. Oh, look, it's the Dwarven Castle Guard. That's awesome. That is. Smoke another pack of Blumals. I don't know what that was about, but I still can't breathe. That was horrible. Oh man. Okay. I think I'm good now. I think I'm good. Fate of the Sun Christ. Do you think they actually like forgot to put the rest of the word on there? I don't know. I really don't know. So, like, for real, I'm not seeing any other live chat coming through. So I'm really hoping that people aren't... Okay. Are you related to Mike Tyson? I really don't know who exactly Rampage 516 was talking to. If he was talking to me or she was talking to me, whoever you are. No, I know every once in a while, especially when I get tired like this, my voice just like goes all nuts. And yeah, I don't blame you for going, are you related to Mike Tyson? Why? Because, yo, sup? Hi, Ash. How's it going? Like I said, man, some of these pictures are just so cool. Job select. Good? I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm very glad to hear that. So what are you up to tonight other than watching YouTube? Glad you joined me. No! Final Fantasy IX. Final Fantasy IX had a guard character, and he was one of the main characters of, like, I don't know, 8 or 9. Me too. This guy right here. Oh, I appreciate it, man. I really appreciate it. This dude right here is one of the coolest characters and he is such a ditz. But if you ever get the chance to play Final Fantasy IX, you'll understand what I mean, because it's funny watching him. Oh, cool. This card right here, the Crystal's Chosen. If you've ever played Final Fantasy, you know that almost through the entire series, doesn't matter if you play 1, 5, 10, whatever, almost all of them are talking about a crystal choosing 4 heroes, 4 warriors. So the fact, never heard of it. Wow. That honestly kind of surprises me, but at the same time, there's so many games out there that it really doesn't surprise me too much. But the crystal was like the guiding force or whatever on the worlds of each game almost. And so of course you were part of the heroes chosen and blah blah blah, and you had to choose your teammates, and I don't know, it just, that really surprises me and actually is really cool. Check that out. GTA 5, dude, I have not played GTA 5 in a while. The reason why is because I've only got so much room on my laptop. Like right now, I'm not live streaming through my laptop. I'm just using my phone. So it's a little bit harder to do it, but I had to try and have room somehow. And well, this was the best way to do it. The items shopkeep. Okay, look, out of all the games I've played, I've never seen a shopkeeper look like this. You're watching on your phone? Awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, I like sitting there scrolling through stuff on my phone too. It's honestly, I don't know, man. It just helps kill the time, I guess. Okay. So, in Final Fantasy, for real. In Final Fantasy, Cloud Strife has what is that huge sword on his back. It is called the Buster Sword. Now, playing Magic the Gathering, you have what are called equip cards. And I really honestly thought they would have an equip card called Buster Sword. And I was very, very upset when I found out they did not have it. But check it out. They at least put the Warrior's Sword in there. So I thought that was really neat that at least they did that. Oh, wait. Actually, I'm reading this at the moment I'm showing you this. Job select. When this equipment enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token, then attach this to it. Equipped creature gets +3/+2 and is a warrior in addition to its other types. Equip is 5. That's actually pretty expensive. For Magic, anyways. 5 is very expensive. All right, Ash, I'll see you later, man. Wait, really? Manga Saint, where did you see the Buster Sword as an equipment? Just a sneak peek? Hey, that's better than nothing. At least I know that now I know that it actually is a sword card. I was hoping they would put that in there because leaks all over Facebook. I stopped using Facebook. The main reason I stopped using Facebook is because for some reason, and I never, like, no matter how much I scoured around and tried to get on their technical stuff to ask why they were blocking me and why they kept knocking my account out and not blocking me, but putting me in like Facebook jail. I could never get an answer as to why. They were saying, the thing kept saying something about that my account was linked to something that went against their something policies. but I don't understand what it was because literally it was just my account and I posted very little. I mean, it's I don't know. Oh, oh, check this. If I remember right, it's got a low cost but a horrible high stats on it. Interesting. Because actually, I mean, that it doesn't surprise me, but going back through here, like I was saying with the warrior sword, it's actually got I guess that's a pretty high cost with 4. But I mean, to equip for 5 in order to only gain +3 +2, that's pretty lousy. Not gonna lie. But check this out. Bam! Ultima Weapon. Whenever equipped creature attacks target creature and opponent controls, whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature and opponent controls. That one is actually a very, very nice. I don't care if it costs 7, especially for unlimited use, especially when your creature gets +7/+7, because this card right here would be. This is what most people would deem cloud discounts equipment costs though. Oh, I see what you're saying. I did not look at that honestly. You ever packed a room 40? Yeah. All right, so during a turn, as long as Cloud is equipped, it has double strike and indestructible. Dude, equipment abilities two less to activate. That's actually a really awesome, especially for him having 5 cost. I'm not saying that out loud, just so we're very clear on that. That's funny. All right. So the Royal City, at least that gives you one or the other on red. So that's actually pretty cool. And that's another one that comes with 4 of those cards. So that's actually really neat. All right. Sorry. One sec. Because I got to open the next pack. Like I said, I always try to make sure that I use card protectors because I really don't want to ruin my stuff. These weren't that expensive, like for real. To get the deck, it was only what did it cost? It was about $30, which really isn't bad. Why are my fingers not working? Seriously though, what format do you play? I actually play everything. I enjoy playing the 60 cards because I don't have a lot of money for cards. Doesn't seem like it, but 2 other equipments are a Sword of Fire and Ice type, and the other is Jute. Huh. I'll have to check into that. But I play both main styles of formats, Commander and the regular one, because I absolutely enjoy playing 60 cards. But Commander can also be very fun and very difficult. I think about the only thing that drives me nuts about either of the formats really is when somebody tries to be a complete rule monger and trying to play, oh, well, I got to check through all 4,372 instances of what this one card can do. I hate that kind of crap. Like, dude, just play the game. But, I also know that it, sometimes when you're playing some cards, when, sliver decks, perfect example is sliver decks. When you're trying to add in 7 different abilities to 18 cards. That's one of the reasons Amazon, I picked up a set of ability dice. So that way it's easier to keep track of what everything has. Oh my gosh, some of these are neat. All right, we're gonna go back through here in a second. But no, I love playing Commander. I love playing 60 card. Anything really. I enjoy the time of just being able to play games, I guess. I think that's one of the main reasons I really like. One of the main things, if you pay attention at all to my channel, is I not only do I call myself Subzeroburn, but I call myself the Game Master because I've got so many games and I can change the rules on a dime without worrying because it's just part of my ADHD mentality. All right, let's see here. What'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? Nice. I haven't played in years, but I miss playing Legacy. Ooh. Legacy was actually really neat. I honestly don't remember the full rulings for Legacy. Because just like you, it has been a very long time since I've played Legacy. I had gotten out of playing Magic. Oh, I want to say back in. Oh, wow. It was close to around 2000. Between 2000 and 2005 was when I stopped playing. So I played. I want to say I played Judgment. I didn't play Alpha. I wasn't in the original. Stopped around Modern, I think 2010. Ah, cool. So actually, you actually stopped around the time, not much after when I stopped. So when I got back into playing, found the Buster Sword is a +3/+2 for 3 and a 2 equip. Wow, when the creature does not come on. Come back up. This only stays up for a couple seconds on my screen. Draw a card, and then you can play a card with less or equal to the damage from your hand. Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that idea for the Buster Sword. That is really awesome. I can't wait to see. Man, that's awesome. So what got me back into it was it was close to, I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. And I want to say it was probably the year before. I was online just looking around, and all of a sudden, it was back when I had Facebook. All of a sudden, a thing popped up across my feed, and it said, it showed the Fallout series for Magic the Gathering. And I lost my mind when I saw that because I absolutely love the Fallout games. So when I saw that, I was like, oh no, I'm definitely getting these. And so I ended up getting those, and I don't know, man. It was close to 30 different decks, but when I bought them by the sets. So I've got like all 4, like for most of them, I bought like the whole 4s. Yeah, the Fallout cards were really, really, really awesome. I don't have them right next to me right now, but it seems like a lot of you really do like Magic, so I will probably be. I will definitely start. Best pizza minus wine with I don't know about Hawaiian and shrimp. I would think, I don't know, man. Hawaiian's kind of a pizza that is good by itself. Trash. That's vile. So, I'll probably will try it. Honestly, I love shrimp, and Hawaiian pizza all on its own is actually really awesome. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe without the ham, Hawaiian with shrimp instead of ham, that might be pretty good. Um, but I think I will go through some of the other decks so you guys can actually see that. Because the Fallout series, like I said, they had some really, really amazing cards. And each of the decks um, was actually very well thought out, I think. Um, because there was the Mothman deck, which I think is really amazing, which got me into trying out poison counter decks. Um, they had a thing called radiation, and with radiation, it was that for at the end of your turn, I can't remember if it was at the end of your turn or the beginning of your turn, but for every radiation counter you had, it was something about losing a life, or no, you had to discard a card from the top of your deck. And oh my gosh, I can't remember now. Um, but yeah, it really got me into it because the radiation was starting to count as poison counters, and I don't know, it was just really. Oh, whoops! Oops. That's cool though. This right here, that's a neat looking card. I like that. That's neat. The battle axe is even better. Which one's that? Oh, that's a different hero. What? That's cool. Wait, so I gotta look through the cards real fast. I went to shuffle them and I accidentally shuffled the tokens in. Because like I said, I want to run through. Cool. So you've got your warrior. I'm assuming your mage. No? Yeah, mage. So you got your warrior, your mage, what looks like your paladin, and your rogue. They really did. That's cool. That's cool that they took the time to do that. That's neat. Like I said, I want to do a couple hands through on this because I want to see how this turns out for doing this. Because, yeah, it's Final Fantasy. See, right now on my YouTube, what I have playing in the room I'm in right now is there's the Minecraft movie had just came out, or well, is just out. I guess that's been out for a month now. Wow. So there's a Minecraft video game, and what they did is they did what they do with the Final Fantasy 7. They ripped the just the movie from it, like all the cutscenes, and they pieced them all together to make one big long, I don't know, it's like an hour and a half Minecraft movie or something. And it actually is pretty neat to sit here and watch. And like one of my youngest kids loves just sitting there watching it. All right, just about got this shuffled. All right, what'd you say? What'd you say? What'd you say? Have a good stream. I gotta go to bed. Drop the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good night's sleep, man. Ligma. I can't believe they let you have that name. Alright. One last little itty bitty shuffle here. Let's see what we come up with for our first hand. First hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 7. Let's see what we get here. We have got at least 1 land, 2 lands. So let's see what we got. We got 2 lands. So we got a mountain and a plains, which would take us 2 turns to do that. And we have managed to pull Dwarven, which when this creature dies, create a 1/1 hero token, which is cool. Oh, we got 2 Dwarven Castle Guards. Sweet. We've got the Ultima Weapon, which is awesome because it allows us to destroy a creature when we attack. I mean, as long as it's equipped. Suplex. This one's a new one. I haven't heard of this one. Check that out. That looks neat because it looks like he's running down a railroad track, like he's going to take out a train. That's what it almost looks like. Choose 1. Suplex deals 3 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Or you can exile target artifact. If that creature would die, exile it instead. Huh. That would be an interesting one to use. And then we've got Rosa. Resolute White Mage. This one's cool. I like this picture. This is neat. Sorry, I'm trying to hold this up so you guys can see this. I'm back. What up, dude? Rosa, the Resolute White Mage. Reach can block creatures with flying, which is always a good thing. At the beginning of combat of your turn, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. Gains lifelink until end of turn. That's awesome. For lifelink ability for any creature. That's cool. I like that card. That would be a very awesome card. So let's see. On our next turn, we would pull out. Yeah, definitely cool. White Mage's Staff. Job select, which allows when this creature enters, create a 1/1 colorless hero creature token and then attach this to it. Create creatures +1/+1. My God. It is really late at night. I am so sorry. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, has whenever this creature attacks you, gain a life, and is a cleric in addition to its other types. That's cool. And then you can attach for 3. How to double live. No, actually, I don't. I've never heard of that. Like, honestly, I've never heard of that. Because I was thinking about what I wanted to originally do was like do Twitch and YouTube at the same time and stuff like that. No, I don't know how to double live. I've honestly never heard of double live. Because I honestly, I wanted to do like Twitch and YouTube at like the same time, but I don't have. I don't really have enough of a setup to be able to do that at the moment. Because literally I'm doing this from my phone, and when I try to live stream like some of my games, it sucks. I gotta do it from my laptop, and my laptop is I want to say my laptop's about 5 years old, and when I got it, it was just barely able to run GTA 5, and before that, I was never able to do that. And as you guys know, GTA 5 is almost 10 years old, if not older than that. And so, and when I got GTA 5, I literally bought GTA 5 when it first came out. And I mean, when it first came out, I mean, I had pre ordered GTA 5. Nice. Nice. Hopefully, you're getting a lot of money from your hoes. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Let's see what we get. Moogle! I love the Moogles. Oh, that's cool. I'm just killing. Dude, I get it, man. That is one of the funnest parts about GTA. I don't care if it's GTA 2, 3, 5, Vice City, it doesn't matter. That's one of the my favorite things to do on GTA is to try and get as many stars as I can and then see how long I can last. It usually isn't long because I can get 4 or 5 stars pretty quick. Discord server? No, I actually do not. I actually do not have a Discord server. I've seen that before, and I was thinking about trying to do something like that, but I don't have the time at the moment to try and set something like that up. Once I get to a certain point with subscribers and actually being able to make money, no, I do not have Discord. I don't think so, anyways. I don't think I do. All right. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Ooh, that's actually not too bad of a setup. Right there's two mountains and two plains. That would be awesome. That honestly would be really awesome. I would. I've been wondering about that because I know there's a lot of people that use Discord um in order to like host and do stuff like that. I definitely think that would be something that would be I would not be opposed to it. I wouldn't be done. It's easy. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Definitely, with the way my brain works, is I gotta be able to take something. Like if I take uh let's just take this Moogle card for example. I have to like my brain has to not only originally be able to take in the picture, but then my brain's got to take in every single other piece of word. Oh, you got your own server too. Cool. How long did it take you to set it up? That's what we got on our draw, Albert. Dude, Albert's so cool. And that really is his name on Final Fantasy 9. Sorry, I'm just waiting to see your reply. 5 minutes. Huh. What do you think about the set so far? My local places won't even break open boxes to sell single packs. And I can't afford 700 for free. What? $700 for a collection box? What are you talking about? Because when I was looking on, oh, the collector's box. Oh, okay. So far I absolutely love the set. I don't know how long you've been watching, Alex. But so far, I've gotten through I've got everything sleeved out of the Sephiroth deck, and then I've also got all of Clouds. I was just going through and checking out some of the cards. Like this right here, if you check this out, I don't know how much you know about Final Fantasy, but this is like this picture right here is actually a very good representation of the Final Fantasy series because it was always this crystal that chose the four warriors to help protect the earth. And that, like, they had that in there. They've got Cloud. There was played all nine is my favorite. Nine was actually very good. Oh, I remember I said that. But I didn't know when Alex joined the. I don't know when Alex joined, so that's why I was just letting him know, like what all was going on. So wait a minute. Ah, come on, go back to the conversation. I don't know why it doesn't hold up the conversation. I'm sad they didn't do anything cool. I agree with that. I agree with that because Zidane was nah. I they missed out on a lot, I think. But you got to remember though that literally what I have right here is only the starter sets. It's just the starter kit with the 60 card decks. It's not the I know they have the commander decks for Final Fantasy 7 and I'm pretty sure in those they probably have I mean of course each deck has 100 individual cards. So I'm pretty sure that when it comes to those sets, they would probably be a lot more in depth and probably have better cards. But I'm not positive. But yes, in Final Fantasy IX, there was a lot they could have improved on, but I really enjoyed their own card game in 9 cuz they had it was oh, come on. You had like the 9 cards, and then you had to like place down your cards in different spaces in order to try and attack your opponent or whatever. And I honestly, I never caught on with that, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Oh man, my leg is asleep again. Ow! Text me and I'll get you a server. We'll have to figure that out. Vivi is dope. Yes. Vivi was awesome. I love Vivi. That and I felt bad for Vivi too. How much did you pay for those? It was about $30 for the set of the two decks. Tetramaster. Yes! Yes, that is what it was called. Tetramaster. Yes. You are very, very right on that. I could not remember what it was called. But yes, that was very, very because you had to walk around and try and find the cards. And then I don't remember if you could play everybody or if it was just certain people, but you could walk around and just randomly play people. That I honestly think that was one of the coolest parts about that game. But also the fact that they took a little bit more time with the graphics, the cities, and things like that. I definitely agree. 9 was actually a very, very good one. And the fact that they continued from let's see, Final Fantasy 9. So 10 was still on PS2. Yeah, 10 was still on PS2. So sick. Love playing it. I never got every card. I think I was missing like 4 or 5. Yeah, there were some of them that it was almost impossible to get those cards. Are they really remaking 9? I haven't seen anything about a remake on 9. Like, one of the games that I got on my Switch was the remake for 10 and 10-2. Oh, that is going to be so cool. That is going to be so cool if they remake that. They had better go through with that, because I would love to see them take like the Tetra card game and make it bigger than what it was, because if they could, they at least now they have space on uh whatever platform they would put it on. They've got the space where they could take what used to be what was Final Fantasy 9? It was, I want to say it was 1.5 gigs. And I mean, you're talking right now on my phone that I'm recording this video from. Um, they Fortnite takes up almost 30 gigs on my phone. Oh, they're gonna redo tactics, really? Yes, I actually do have Instagram. Yes, yes. I absolutely agree with that. And I loved the beginning. Was it the beginning of 9 that he was, yeah, it was the beginning of 9, cuz he was on the ship with the captain. They were doing the it was the like the live action play or whatever this September. Interesting. See, I kind of hated tactics. Bet mine is okay. I will hold on. I gotta try and come on. Let me screenshot this. Get real, dude. Um, God, I need a pen or something. Hold on, hold on, because I actually do have a pen on me. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna write down your information real fast because I'm do 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 do. All right. ASHTONDEL 420. Make sure I got this spelled right. ASHTONDEL 420. All right, dude, I got you. I got you. All right, Ash. Definitely, I will be looking you up, cause yeah, I think it would. I think that could be fun, especially, uh, especially doing something like GTA 5, cause for real, that would be. I've never done GTA 5 online, and I've always wanted to try something like that. Um, or at least like try to stream it live, and I don't know how well that would work, because it pretty much takes my entire computer to try and run it. And like I said, it's a laptop, so it's not meant. You're good. Take all the time you need, Holmes. Um, but yeah, I I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to do stuff like this. Like this is something back when I was a kid. I always wanted to do this kind of stuff, and now finally, my wife, she's actually given me a lot of time in order to try and do this kind of stuff, because I think she knows how much I really like doing this and how much fun I have doing this. So I hope everything works out for me on this part, because I just think it's fun. So we're going to do this. We are going to check out the Sephiroth deck. See how well this goes. Get this shuffled up a little bit. That another reason that I always keep my cards in the sleeves is because I want to try and keep. Welcome back, player 2. But I was trying to keep them in sleeves because at least in the sleeves it helps protect the edges and the corners from getting messed up. Have you seen Player 1? Ready Player 1? Yes, it absolutely is an amazing movie. That movie actually made me cry. Yes. Yes. Same here, man. Same here. I like the part where how? Well, I'm kind of emotional as like just that's my normal. Nah, for real. That the ending it really is sad like that. I don't know, there's just various things. Like I understand where like the main character, I understand being a gamer and being a loner and stuff like that. I understand his longing when he finds that girl and he's like, "No, you don't understand. I really care about you." And like that part right there when he's like just pouring out his heart to her, it really got to me. Was when a dog died. You're describing about 85 movies. See him when the creator guy and how he took it over. Yeah. Yeah. You're right, man. You're definitely right on that, Alex. Alright, now that I got this shuffled. 1, 2, 3. Nah, for real, Ash. Which movie was it? Because I know that there's a few different ones. Like Old Yeller, that movie made a lot of people cry. Let's see, we got One Swamp. What? Il Meg Pixie. What? Pixie. Flying. Whenever this creature attacks, survey 1. Look at the top card of your deck. You may put it into your graveyard. Seymour Flux. Let's see. Seymour Flux. That really sounds like it's not going where it's going. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 1 life. If you do draw a card, put a +1/+1. Oh, that's actually cool. What do you say? Well, I don't usually give out romantic advice, but at the same point, do you like her? Ooh, mill 3 cards. You gain 3 life. That would almost be worth it. But then we got an island, another swamp, and another island. That's not a bad starting hand. Might take a second to get this deck going, but that's actually not a bad starting hand. What time is it where you are from right now, Ash? But she is nice. $11:11. I wonder what time it is here. Holy crap! I'm a year at yeah. Mine it just turned midnight. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. let me ask this. Do you How old are you? Oh, Georgia? I'm in Ohio. Ooh, the Dark City. Nice. And then, of course, we've got the Sephiroths. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life. But we got that. Minnesota. Oh, you're in middle school. Okay. No, that's 15. Okay. Honestly, dude, at the age of 15, I at the age of 15, you should probably do you go to school with her? Oh, Mississippi. Oh. My bad. Sorry. Dire Rat. That was one of them we just got. It's actually not too bad of a start hand. It's not too bad of a start hand at all. We've got 4 lands. And really nothing, like, that's not too bad a cost for a start hand. It'd take a couple turns to get things going, but that really is not too bad of a start hand. I really like this deck. This is awesome. This is awesome. So we've got Sephiroth. Oh, come on. Where is it? Cloud Strife, stop trying to run from me. You run from your problems all the time. Had to be the very last card. Blam. $11 viewers. Nice. Nice. So I'm really trying to run this through my head because at my age, you gotta start somewhere. And for 20 subs, how long have you been doing your streaming? $20 subs for just videos isn't bad. Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with ADHD is I can't keep my thoughts straight sometimes. What I was saying is okay, so at my age, I can look back and see what mistakes and how and what they've done. And with knowing what I know now, if I would have known back then, I would have chosen differently and actually screwed up my life. As of now, because I probably would not have met my wife if I would have been able to change old things. Oil up, bro. It- okay, so honestly, I am 44 years old. Um, Being in middle school, it can be very hard, especially at the age of 15, because while you may want a girlfriend, you may be feeling pressured into it and you don't want to let them be forgotten. Whoa, 38? Huh. Sorry, my brain's going at about 1,000 miles a minute. Um, I guess some of it depends on, you say that you like her as a friend. Do you think do you think it would screw things up for your friendship if you accepted her request? Well, then, man, it sounds like you've kind of already made up your mind. That's what friends are for, man. That's what friends are for. And for real, it's always good to get a second opinion. It really is, because sometimes you may not have your head on straight, and to ask somebody else's opinion, especially an outside person, they're going to have different life experiences. So asking me, or even, and it sounds stupid, but even asking like a neighbor is going to give you a much different answer, possibly, than, let's say, one of your friends at school. Because, like, your friends at school, most of them are probably going to be thinking more about popularity or friendships than they are about, they might be thinking more about that kind of stuff than thinking about, like, what actually is the best option for you. That's great. That is funny. Dude, that is funny. That's got to be one of the best reactions. That's hilarious. All right, well, for real, guys, it is almost 12:30, and I gotta work in the morning. I'm good. Let's go. What you got, Ash? Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that explains a whole lot then. That explains a whole lot. So, did you finally get your first kiss? Oh, man. I hope to see you a lot more on my lives, man. You can't be messing around like that. It is not April 2nd or April Fools. All right. But like I said, it is almost 12:30, so I'm gonna get off here because I got work in like 5.5 hours. So for now, guys, peace out, and I will see you guys all in the next video.